Many viewers think Solo Leveling is just another zero-to-hero story where a weak protagonist suddenly gains immense power. But what if I told you that this story is much deeper than that? Behind Jin Woo's rise to power lies an ancient war, a rebellion against a god, and a battle that shaped the very foundation of the world. Solo Leveling is not merely a tale of a weak hunter becoming the strongest, it is a story of war. Long before there were hunters, dungeons, or monsters, there was only one supreme being, the Absolute Being. From his boundless power emerged two formidable factions, the Rulers and the Monarchs. The Absolute Being created the Rulers as divine entities of order, while the Monarchs embodied destruction. However, he did not create them for balance or harmony. He created them for his own amusement. He delighted in watching endless conflicts between light and darkness, as worlds were destroyed and countless beings perished. Over time, the rulers began to realize that the endless war against the monarchs was designed to never end. No matter how fiercely they fought or how much they sacrificed, the Absolute Being ensured that neither side could ever claim true victory. This bitter realization led them to commit the ultimate act of defiance. They rebelled against their creator. In a monumental act, the rulers struck down the Absolute Being and freed themselves from his control. Yet, not all rulers joined the rebellion. Ashborn, for example, did not rebel because Absolute Being created him as the most loyal of all the rulers. His destiny was set to remain faithful. Thus, Ashborn chose not to join the uprising, instead siding with the monarchs and ultimately transforming into the Shadow Monarch. With the fall of the Absolute Being, the balance of power shifted drastically. The rulers realized that if the war between the monarchs and themselves continued unchecked, humanity would be decimated every time divine battles erupted. To prevent this, they decided to empower humanity, and thus the concept of hunters was born. However, if the masses were to learn that only a select few humans would be granted supernatural power and survive these divine wars, chaos would ensue. The knowledge that only a tiny fraction of humanity was destined to live would lead to widespread panic and disorder. Therefore, the rulers chose to keep this truth hidden by empowering only a limited number of humans, providing a lifeline for the species, without revealing the grim reality to the rest of the world. After the fall of the Absolute Being, the rulers gained access to his latent powers, including the incredible ability to rewind time. They discovered the ancient Cup of Reincarnation, a remnant of Absolute Being's power, rather than something they created, and decided to use it to give humanity a second chance. By using the cup, they rewound time by 10 years, a desperate measure to alter history and secure a future for humankind. During this reset, they selectively endowed a small group of humans with supernatural abilities, thereby creating the hunter system. This selective empowerment ensured that although only a few would be saved, revealing that only a fraction of humanity would survive, would not incite mass chaos. All these events converge on Sung Jinwoo, the man destined to inherit Ashborn's power. His journey is not a mere accident, it is the culmination of millennia of divine conflict. Jin Wu was chosen not only for his strength, but because he is the key to ending the endless war between the rulers and the monarchs. Every element from the formation of the hunter system to the manipulation of time is intricately woven into a grand design. Jin Wu's transformation, his battles against monstrous foes, and his rise as the new Shadow Monarch are all part of a cosmic plan to ensure humanity's survival. Solo Leveling is far more complex than a simple zero-to-hero story. It is a narrative rich with themes of divine rebellion, time manipulation, and desperate measures taken to safeguard humanity. It challenges us to ask, why did hunters exist? Why was Jin Wu chosen? And who is truly responsible for the chaos that defines this world? Every aspect of this tale, from the divine wars to the discovery and use of the Cup of Reincarnation, serves as a reminder that humanity's fate was sealed long before we ever knew what lay beyond the gates. Revealing that only a fraction of humanity would survive would have thrown the world into chaos, so this truth remains hidden. Amidst this divine conflict, Jin Wu emerges as a beacon of hope, destined to end the eternal war and secure humanity's future. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the lore of Solo Leveling. What do you think about the origins of the hunter system and the cosmic battles that have shaped this world? Let me know in the comments.